The one perk, actually there's multiple perks, of having Carly Byron as your sister is you never have to wait in line.
Oh, gosh.
Every single time I've ever gone to a bar with Carly, she's like, oh my God, is that so-and-so? They're like, yeah, just come on in. And then I show up to a bar and they're like, oh yeah, it's going to be a 2-hour wait. And can you go freshen up in the bathroom? You're not pretty enough. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Welcome to Eat the Damn Cake. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Carly, and we are so glad to be back.
We're just so happy to have you. And if this is your first time tuning in, we break down all things fitness and making fitness a more inclusive environment, leading with body neutrality and body positivity, whatever you choose, really.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Welcome to
Illyria.
I'm just kidding. She's the man.
You know, speaking of, so I always make a funny joke, like, about how I am very poor. I have nothing really to me. Actually, no. Actually, now I do have half of a couch. I own half of a couch. So I was saying the other day, I was like, if someone wanted to sue me, I would literally be like, okay, well, you can have my AirPods and half the couch I own. So you're welcome.
Saw it in half.
I literally own nothing.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's me as a person. I was just thinking if I had really actually damaged this LG TV, I'd be like, I actually can't
afford
any of that. So how was your week today? Or how was your week?
Today
felt like a week.
Yeah, it did. It was good.
It was good.
Yeah. This past
Carly
week was good.
Went darker. Her hair looks so good.
We talked about that last week.
Was it darker last week?
Yeah. Karina.
God. I've been having a time. I've been all over the place, everyone. I'm so sorry.
We had Karina dye my hair darker. I got some lashes put on by
that's what's new on your face.
Yeah.
She's looking really good. I'm sorry. It's one of those things where we have our class tonight at the Grand.
Yes.
And we are so excited.
We're excited, a little frazzled, but mostly excited.
So excited. But yeah, we can't wait to get into it this week with you. And with that being said, I'm just going to get right into Manscaped.
Have you ever felt the feeling of a fresh cut lawn on a summer's day? Well, now you can with Manscaped. Use code FINDYOURBALLS
FINDYOURBALLS
for 20% off and free shipping.
Try it out. I really liked that one.
That was all thanks to Joe once again.
Thank you, Giuseppe.
Thank you, Joe, for coming up with these amazing ads week to week.
Week to week. We love them.
Yep.
That's the sound
That's
of what the man
3.0.
And it has a light. If you're watching YouTube, it has a light. It helps you guide your way through there.
And it has that no nick technology, so you will not nick your ball sack as you are shaving. Everyone gets uncomfortable when I know
someone literally goes, Carly's is kind of rated R. I go, I know. I just sit there and wait.
Yeah. Well, I know my dad listens to this. I know our old swim coach listens to this. Mm-hmm. I know like a lot of people who I could make feel pretty uncomfortable listen to this. So I'm really sorry.
And Carly's just like, I'm just going to lean into it. I'm just going to make people feel uncomfortable. That's fine.
What? That's life.
That
baby.
Is say la vie. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get into hell yeah. Hell
yes. No. Okay. So I am excited about this one because I think the ones that are really just like a myth or misconception, it's my favorite part. So today we are talking about fasted cardio. Have you ever done fasted cardio, Kaka?
Not on purpose, but yes.
Yes.
I have done it. Mostly because I don't like the feeling of food in the back of my throat while I'm working out. But
I don't like regurgitating a meal.
I don't like to do as cows do and eat my meal 4 times and regurgitate it. So,
I just got a little nauseous.
Oh no, they have 4 stomachs. Never mind.
What?
Cows have 4 stomachs.
Yes. What did you think they did?
No,
ate their food 4 times?
No. But they do regurgitate
What's
their
that?
cud.
The cud.
That's how I eat Oreos.
A lot of people DM'd us, and Keith DM'd us and goes, it will never make sense to me that Carly can teach 5 spin classes in a row and be fine, but 2 Oreos get her winded.
Yes, it's a medical mystery.
Yeah, we're just not sure. But fasted cardio, if you do not know what fasted cardio is, it's basically if you sleep for 8 to 12 hours, right? And then you wake up in the morning and do an aerobic
Who sleeps
workout.
for 12 hours these days? I'd like to know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the last time I slept 12 hours. I like average a good amount. Like I like a good
I do at least 8 a night.
8.5 to not 8.5 to 9
Sam,
or
may I
10.
have a little more volume on my mic and my eardrums, if possible.
She can't hear me. Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear you. I just can't hear myself.
Oh, you missed your little voice.
I missed my. Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Here we are.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, I sleep almost 10 some days. On like the weekends, I'll sleep like 10 if I don't set an alarm.
Anyways, fasted cardio.
So if you do it without taking a snack or eating anything before you do it, no snacks. If you wake up and eat nothing and then work out, that's called fasted cardio. So the goal, so most people that are working out with the intention, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go do my fasted cardio for the day. Okay, let me sit you down and talk you through this real quick. I know you think it's going to burn more fat, but we're about to debunk that for you because
we're about to tear this bitch down.
Just tear it down. And it honestly might make you feel a little better because
it will make you feel better. 100%.
I think the reason why a lot of us do these things is because it's going to give us a visual goal or help us reach a physical goal.
And it's people creating this in their head on what they think is the right thing to do to burn fat. And so it's just not. It's
just not it.
It's just not it,
the reason why people think it's going to burn more fat is because a carb is that simple form of energy, and that's going to be the first form of energy that you burn while you're exercising. So when you're doing that, aerobic workout, carbs normally are what you burn. But if you have no carbs to burn, then people think, oh, it's going to
100% go to
burn
fat. Yeah.
And, it could go into the fat stores. And this was the coolest part of the article that I read. A doctor kind of talked about this and was like, okay, most people that are working out with the intention of doing fasted cardio are looking to burn the fat. And she said, okay, sorry to burst everyone's bubbles. There's only 3 or 4 studies on it, and all of them are groups of 20 to 30 people over a short amount of time.
Not enough.
So you actually need way more people, way more studies to get that you can actually say this is a true fact.
Yeah.
So scientifically, this actually has no ground.
It has no scientific evidence that it
zero.
Works. Yeah.
And what they said was, so when you're working out, you might get into those fat stores, right? But you have to actually oxidate the fat. You have to actually burn that fat. So if you're working out and you actually access the fat and your fat starts burning, you actually might not burn it off. It might just be floating around in your body. This might make no sense, but just know, so even while you're burning it, it'll go back. It'll go back to your fat stores. So it sounds super weird, but you actually have to be using it an oxidative way. So you have to do oxidative exercise to burn it for a long sustained period of time. So you actually won't get a visual difference, even if you are using your fat stores. They'll move through your body and then it'll just go back to your fat cells for storage.
And we know what you're going to say. So why do bodybuilders and bikini comps do this? Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because they already, most of these people who are doing them have a low body fat percentage anyways. So any fat that they are looking to burn, it's not, like you said, it's not going to make a visual difference for them. So they're just, honestly, I think it's a feeling for a lot of people.
Well, yeah. And, they did say a couple of the studies, people performed better. Some people performed worse. Some people lost some weight. Some people gained weight. There was no grounds where it was yep, this is a no-brainer. Everyone should be doing fasted cardio. No. So this is the scientific breakdown that I found most interested. It said, I'm going to quote this. It's a Women's Health article, but it's I can tell you the name of the doctor in a second. So there's fat breakdown where fatty acids get released from fat cells and move through the body. It's questionable whether fasted cardio actually works to burn more fat, even if it does break it down. And those fatty acids that are broken down but not oxidized are returned back to the fat cells for storage. So even if you're breaking down the fat cells, they are still going to stay in the body, go back to those fat storage systems. So like, I store a lot of my fat in my belly and my thighs. So they're just headed back there after I do my fasted cardio.
They went for a lap.
They went for a lap through the bod, came back. Oh God, I got excited. So basically what we're saying here is if you find fasted cardio works well for you, you go ahead and you do it.
Go for it.
It's not necessarily bad for you. It's a preference thing. And that's what they said in the article. Like when we swam,
I chose not to eat before morning
always.
practice.
I don't think I ever ate before practice because
you're horizontal and you regurgitate.
And you do flips. Yeah. You're doing flip turns. You're going upside down.
Every time you go upside down, that chewy bar is coming back for round 2, 3, and 4, and you're like, no thanks.
No thanks. So if you do it.
Yeah, good. All the power to you.
All the power to you. But don't go into it I think what we're saying is don't go into it being like, I'm doing this to burn fat.
Because it ain't it.
That ain't it. So
in that opinion, it's a hell nah.
It's a hell nah. But like at the same time, just
it's not going to do any different.
It's not going to do any different. So if you prefer not to eat before your workout, fine. But if it did say in the article as well, if you're looking to continuously perform better and get stronger and improve, a balanced meal or just like a power bar or protein bar before your workout will benefit you.
Yeah.
They said people that ate something small before their workout actually performed better and had more endurance. Because if you think about it,
that's a no-brainer.
If you think about you're working out, say an hour and a half. Yeah. By an hour without eating, I remember being starving by the end of my workout.
My God.
I was ravenous.
Get me to the dining hall.
I'm like, we're going to Hamp right now.
Burke was
Who went to Burke breakfast? I would like to know. After morning practice, Burke wasn't even open.
Oh, no. I was thinking about nighttime practice.
Oh, no. I did all my fasted cardio in the morning. That is what it is. Yeah. So,
okay.
Anyways, So hell yeah, hell nah. Whatever you choose, just don't go into it saying, I'm going to go burn some fat now. That's not how it works.
The research isn't there.
Sorry, friends. Sorry. Mythbusters. No, that's Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's okay.
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
We're going to go into a topic that we actually didn't mean to talk about recently.
We were just talking about it.
And I was like, stop talking. This is a good topic.
This is for the pod.
So I want you to think of your workout routine as your skincare routine. Ooh. You can't go and get a facial once a month and just expect for your skin to like stay perfect for in between that month.
True.
With just getting a facial once a month. You're like, oh, once a month, that should work. Same exact thing with your workouts. If you work out once a week or even once a month, it is not, what are you doing in between to maintain, to keep your body, your mind, your everything balanced in between those workouts?
So, if you're doing that just for a reason that you enjoy once a week, once a month, great. If you're looking for getting stronger, making physical changes, like in the sense of improving,
lowering your heart rate, lowering your HRV,
like
getting less winded when you walk up the stairs,
being able to lift heavier. Yeah. Like, unfortunately, doing it once a week or, even twice a week sometimes, it's not enough.
So we're here to tell you that consistency is key.
Consistency, although it's hard to maintain, is so important when it comes to lifting and exercise. If your end goal is to improve and get a certain goal.
We're not saying like everyone should go be working out 7 days a week to lose weight and everyone has to like have a tiny body.
No, do whatever you want.
That's not what we were saying. We're saying we have run into specific people who, well, not specific people. We've run into people over our times who have been like, yeah, no, I do like one time a week, but I'm not seeing any results. And you're like, So there's a reason why. Let's dive into this.
Yeah,
there's
dive in.
There's a reason why you're not seeing results, because every single time you come in once a week, you're starting over essentially.
Mm-hmm.
You're not coming in often enough to build muscle upon the last time that you came in. You are back at where you should be the last time, because you don't want to go once a week and then make a 10-pound jump the next week.
So it's one of those things where you don't have to be doing the identical workout. So, once a week, great. If you're coming once a week, we're going to get everything you can out of that once a week.
Yes.
But what are you doing 3 other days that week? Like, are you going for a good walk? Are you trying to do some cardio? Are you trying to do core
yoga? Are
yoga?
you taking a spin class? Yeah.
There's a lot of other factors to it. And like we said, it's one of those things where if your end goal is not anything specific, that's fine. If you just like to work out once a week, that's fine. But if you have some hefty goals, you need to be consistent.
100%.
And, I used to not be consistent. And I remember, when I was exercising, just like a berries class here or there. And then.
And you were the type to be like 4 days on, like then 2 weeks
2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And I'd like overdo it and then I'd underdo it. And then I'd have to start all over again, basically. And the crazy part about atrophy, and it takes about, I think, 2 weeks to start. So atrophy is breakdown of muscle. And it only takes 2 weeks to start. It takes over a month to gain back. So if you think about it, when you're, trying to build a new routine, you need to make sure that you're hitting everything and you're trying to be consistent with each thing that you're doing. So if you're spinning and you want to get better at it, try to do it a couple times a week and then you can build onto it.
Yeah.
But we're obviously not saying go move a mountain in 1 week and
No.
But if you have specific goals, you need to be willing to go that extra mile to make time for it.
Absolutely. And we never want to see anyone frustrated with coming in and being at a plateau. And that's the hard thing for a trainer to see. And it's a hard thing for a person to be at, because they're like, why do I feel crappy right now? And it's like, I haven't seen you in 4 weeks.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I want you to feel great. I want to feel amazing, but it's a consistency thing that like I said, it's like a skincare routine. It's like anything you do. Same with nutrition. You can eat so well the entire week, eat like trash on the weekends, and then you're starting over day one. That's what I do.
Well, I think eating like crappy for a couple days. I was more like 1 day of salads isn't going to offset like eating like mini shit pancakes for 8 days.
Okay. So
like in a row.
More like me. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you eat really nicely 1 through 5 and then 2 days you do not. That's better than 98% of people.
Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. That was a bad example. Maddie had a better example.
Well, yeah.
More along those lines. When you eat like crap for a long time and then have 1 apple or 1 salad and you're like, no, this balances it all out.
Right.
It's not going to.
Right. And I obviously, me every day, I'm like, oh, I ate 1 vegetable today. I am winning. Like, yes, we're all going to do that. And that's fine. There's nothing like wrong with that. But like, if you have specific nutrition goals, probably not going to get there by eating well 1 day. And that's a great way to think of it too with exercise.
Yeah.
If you eat really, really well on Monday, but then you go and get takeout food every other single day
until the next Monday,
you're not going to be able to maintain or like hit any goals.
Yeah.
So, if you do ever come to train with us and you're training with us once a week, we're going to work with you to make sure that you have other supplemental things to work on throughout the week. So every time you see us, you're going to feel like a rock star and feel really good and still see improvements.
Exactly.
And that's our goal as trainers, to kind of build that consistency. And then we're not saying you have to be consistent with us. We're just saying in general, like, don't wait until the next time you see us to work out again, or to not work out. I don't want to say work out, to do anything, to be active,
your body,
to move your body, because movement is the best like medicine and best like oil for your joints. And if you're just going for a walk, if you're walking on your treadmill for another 1 or 2 days that week,
outside,
walking the dogs, like any kind of movement is going to help make you improve.
Running the stairs.
Gross. You can do that though, like doing bleachers and stuff at the track. Like now the warm weather's coming out, you can start introducing all the different kinds of workouts to make you feel like motivated and want to be out. Like I know for me, like I walked Duke this morning. I enjoyed it so much because it was beautiful out this morning.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about the fact that I was actually exercising while I was doing it. My heart rate got up and I was walking wicked fast. I was booking it because I was like, I listened to too many true crime podcasts for this.
Oh my God.
I also had my hood on.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was really like, I kept looking behind me the whole time. Why? I was like one of the only people there, but I was like, well, what if someone's hiding in the trees?
Oh my
God.
God.
That's the kind
of. The last time though, I don't blame you because one time I did walk Duke and the second I got to the park, my phone died and I was like, looks like I'm running because I'm not going to get caught if I'm running in the first place.
But do you ever like walk and like start thinking like, okay, I see a rock there. I could use that as a weapon. Like I'm crazy though.
I'm not like that. I'm more of like, I'm a really fast runner. Okay. So I know I could book it and I know Duke's a fast runner and like, I feel like
I'm broken. So I was like, I'm going to have to fight my way out of this. If someone approaches me right now, I'm going to have to be prepared to fight. And then I was like, would Duke defend me? Not sure.
Do you want to hear? I don't know if this is a podcast story. Never mind.
Fine. Yeah. I was like, I don't know what the story is, but
yeah, no, it's kind of scary. And it's about a guy I ran into at the park and then saw on the news, like with a charge. So like,
oh my God, that's so scary.
And I talked to this guy for like a good long time and like he was so nice and I was like talking to him for a while and then all of a sudden like the next time I went to the park I was with my boyfriend and I was like, oh Joe, this is the guy I met the other day, like all this stuff, and like ran into him and then someone texted me and was like, wait, was this the guy at the park that you were talking to for a while, and like sent me his mugshot and I was like,
so that's the thing though. Like,
see, I had no idea.
With everything going,
this happened literally last week.
Like, you have to be so aware of your surroundings, and I guess this is going to turn into like a PSA for women walking alone. Be aware of your surroundings. Like, I was very lucky today. I ran into a wicked friendly guy with a big Great Dane, and I was like, honestly, felt safer because I saw a friendly face and we started chatting, and I was like, okay, I still have my phone. I can call if I need help. And
oh my God.
I'm like crazy like that. But
see, I don't
have I ever, like I don't know if I've ever told the story on the podcast I've been followed before.
Oh yeah.
And so very short, like long story short, I used to work at F45 in Natick, and I would get there at 4:30 in the morning because I taught a 5 a.m. class every single day, like Monday through Friday. It was actually the most miserable time of my life and I would never do it again. But anyways, it was always dark out when I would get there because it was basically nighttime, 4:30.
It was the middle of the morning.
It was very early. So I would drive in and park right in the front, and I'd wait for my coworker to show up. And I'm also just always early to everything, so I always beat them there. So I was parked, and again, if you're ever somewhere early, never block yourself in. This is like the craziest thing. I never would think of it before then, but after this, it'll never always be open so you can drive away from it, because I could have gotten blocked and it could have been really bad. So a big black SUV, I saw it when I was driving into the parking lot, and there was a Chase like ATM right in the parking lot, and I saw it and I'm like, that's really weird. Like, and of course, me being like rationalizing, and I've also never had like a scary experience like that before. Like, oh, maybe he's going to the airport. Why did I think that? I was in Natick. Like, why would he go to that ATM to go to the airport? Anyways.
Yeah. So long story short, you already said.
I know. So he basically saw me pull in, and he pulls up and parks in a spot behind me. And I'm like, oh, maybe he's like wicked early for his...
Kind of blocks her in.
Not the first time he parks. And I'm like, oh, maybe he's just early for class, because that's normal, I guess. Then he moves his car and he blocks me in. And I'm watching him through my rear view mirror the whole time. And I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? Like, I'm freaking out at this point. He has black sunglasses on. He has a hoodie on, and he has a black hat on. And it's 4:30 in the morning. Who wears sunglasses in the dark?
Yeah, that's so
petrifying.
Scary.
Then he hangs around again, and so my car is, facing the building. He points his headlights at my car. So he's like diagonally pointed at my car, and he has his phone out the window with the flash on and he's recording me. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I need to get the F out of here.
Like, I am being sex trafficked.
Like, well, I literally thought I was going to get kidnapped because I was like, this is so petrifying. Why is he recording me? Like, what's happening? So I kick it into high gear and I like veer out, and there was a Dunkin' Donuts in that lot, and I went and parked at the Dunkin' Donuts because there were workers there, and that was the closest place I could go. And I'm like shaking. And he slowly pulls out of the drive, like the way. And now I'm internally forever scarred. And anytime I see a black SUV, I get hives. The end.
Perfect.
So be aware of your surroundings. Ever since that happened, now I'm so hyper aware. Like at Callahan at 7:30 in the morning, I was like, I'm sure it's fine. But like, is it ever fine? Like, it was so scary.
Yeah. And now we always announce Callahan on this podcast. So if anyone was trying to get...
Catch me there at 7:30.
Yeah, they literally could.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So consistency.
That took a turn.
I'm consistent with walking Duke every day.
Yeah.
Except for today, Maddie walked him for me.
I did. It was a really nice time. I will say though, I'm starting celery juice, everybody. After we talked about it, I posted it. I'm staying consistent. I did it for the first day today. I feel no different. No, just kidding. Day one, feel nothing.
Now you should take a week off and try it again next week. See if you feel different.
Well, that would not work.
Exactly. That is what we're saying.
That's what we're saying, everybody. Don't get followed and stay consistent. The end. That's the podcast. Goodbye, everybody.
Okay. Anyways, let's go into this or that. We had a fun one because we are in the spirit of us teaching at the Grand tonight.
The Grand.
Which we also have 2 more dates on the calendar.
Yeah, the Cali. So can we say the dates yet?
No, but if you couldn't make tonight, keep your eye open for April.
April's gonna be lit AF.
So we did a Boston edition.
I'm excited.
Yeah, tonight.
Today.
Whatever it is.
Tomorrow.
And I thought it was a fun one. I just love seeing what people say because I don't know.
I don't know.
Boston.
It's cute.
I don't know. I love it all.
Flirty.
So Southie or North End?
I said Southie.
I said Southie too, even though I love a good North End.
I really never go to the North End.
I mean, their food is great, but Southie's just so fun.
Oh, Southie just like gets my adrenaline going.
Southie lost 117 and North End won.
Not shocked by that
because everyone's like Southie's so overrated.
Okay, it is, but if you go with the right group of people, I guess the only reason I love Southie is because I have wicked fun friends.
Yeah, and
like if I walk into a bar with my friends, I know I'm about to tear shit up in the fun way.
Oh, yeah. So 117 for Southie, 147 for North End. Back Bay or Fenway?
Carly runs Capo Basement, by the way. She runs Capo Basement.
I used to work there for like a couple months just so I could get in whenever I wanted.
Carly was
and
like,
it worked.
I know someone as I work here. And honestly, I'm just going to say, the one perk, actually there's multiple perks, of having Carly Byron as your sister is you never have to wait in line.
Oh, gosh.
Every single time I've ever gone to a bar with Carly, she's like, oh my God, is that so-and-so? They're like, yeah, just come on in. And then I show up to a bar and they're like, oh yeah, it's not going to be a 2-hour wait. And can you go freshen up in the bathroom? You're not pretty enough. I'm like, yeah, you're right. This is a humbling experience that I've had to live through.
I'm still not over the fact that Maddie just said the one perk of having Carly Byron as your sister.
I've had to find others since the pandemic.
Okay. Anyways, Back Bay or Fenway?
I think I said Fenway.
I said Fenway too.
Because Loretta's super fun.
Yeah, like that whole
I love
strip.
Fenway.
It lost.
I know. We're unpopular opinions, I guess.
148 for Back Bay, 116 for Fenway.
Okay, still kind of
Grand or Big Night Live?
I've never been to Big Night Live.
Me neither. So I said the Grand.
And can you believe
I love the Grand.
I actually I've been to the Grand a few times. One of the times being my 21st birthday, and it was very, very fun.
It's
a time.
Guess who planned her 21st birthday?
Kaka did.
I did. Kaka. We started at Scorpion.
Okay. Carly scheduled a 5-hour pregame for my birthday. She goes, show up at 5 p.m. And I'm like, oh, cool. What time does the Grand open? She goes, 10. I'm like, so what did you just curious, what was going through your head? Like at the end of the day, though, the next day we're all sitting there and we're like, can you believe we pre-gamed the Grand for 5 full hours?
Yeah.
And there was nowhere to sit either. And I was wearing the highest heels ever.
And then also, like, we were the first ones at the Grand. We were the first one. Like, no one shows up to the Grand until like 11
or midnight. I'm not kidding. We took the elevator up because obviously Carly knew someone.
First ones.
And we walk in. We're like, where is everybody? Where?
And by the time like midnight, everyone was ready to go. Like we didn't even make it to the late night crew at the Grand.
I permanently lost feeling in both of my feet for 3 months after my 21st birthday.
No, you didn't.
No, I'm so serious. I couldn't feel the bottoms of my feet.
Maddie was like, I need foot surgery.
No, me and Natalie, we were both like, nope, we could never do this again. I'm pretty sure we sat down in the like big stall at the Grand, and there's like people that work the bathrooms, and they're like, hey, you have to get up off the ground. We're like, our feet, they're numb. We can't, they're swollen. My sister scheduled a 5-hour pregame on my 21st. I can't do this. It was really fun though. I'll give you that credit.
Okay.
I choose the Grand.
The Grand won 139 to 52. Big Night Live, I don't think was around long enough before we went into the pandemic.
But I hear it is really fun.
So I'm shocked by this one. Ocean Prime or Del Frisco's?
I said
Ocean Prime. Ocean Prime's truffle, ricotta, ravioli.
It is really good, but I have been to Del Frisco's and it's delightful too. They're both very good. They're both
Ocean Prime
very
is better.
expensive. So on my poverty line, can't really afford either.
Del Frisco's won by only 8 votes. So it's 102 and then
to 110?
No.
Oh, God.
6 votes. 102 and 96 for Ocean Prime.
What?
Del Frisco's was
6 votes. You're right. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Legals Rooftop or Envoy Rooftop? This is a hard hitter for us because we worked at
Legals. So Legals, when we worked there, I'd say Legals. Legals now, I'd probably say Envoy.
I agree.
But again, Envoy, slightly out of my price point. $16 for a glass of wine. Would rather go to Trader Joe's and buy 3 bottles. I don't know. I guess you're paying for the experience.
Legals won 131 to 93. Lincoln or Loco?
I said Loco.
I said Lincoln.
I knew you did. I knew it. I freaking knew it.
I know. Kelly's going to literally come after me because I love Loco. Don't get me wrong, but I want to shove the goat. I'm saying it so slowly.
I want to shove
the goat cheese down my gullet.
Okay.
From Lincoln.
Could drink that through a straw. 10 out of 10.
So good.
It is super yummy.
And their truffle fries. Like I think I'm more of the food fan at Lincoln than Loco, but I love Loco's drink. No, actually,
Carly doesn't like tequila, really.
Yeah. I mean, I love their mojitos. I like to slug those back.
I would say Loco for me only because I live for their margaritas.
Yeah. 101 for Lincoln, 116 for Loco.
Loco won. And Loco's a vibe.
Empire or Committee? This is tied exactly 50-50.
Empire.
I say Empire too.
Empire's
Committee
food.
has weird food.
No, Committee is just, it's Mediterranean, I think.
No, it's not. Oh, yeah. Actually,
it's like Mediterranean. It's not weird. It's good. It's just... It's not like Carly loves crab rangoons, and the fact that at Empire you can get crab rangoonies just obviously a win. They have really, they're both good.
So that was tied exactly 50-50.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wild. And
Shake Shack or Tasty Burger?
I said Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
Obvi.
But Tasty Burger, like after
a long night,
a Red Sox game, like it's right there, and you're like,
very good.
Shake Shack won 174 to 58. Mm-hmm. Then the Garden or Fenway Park?
Fenway.
Outdoors, honey.
Think of the sunsets.
But what about for concerts? Fenway. Yeah.
Think of the sunsets.
I've had some sick sunset pics from
Me too. And I love Fenway.
I know.
I just miss going to the Red Sox games. Even in the worst seats, you're still up for it. It's still fun. A good time.
Yeah. 165 for Fenway, 79 for the Garden. And that concludes this or that.
That was all she wrote.
That is all she wrote. Next week, check out our mini-sode coming at you. I will be in Arizona.
Kaka is going on vacay.
I'm going on a quick little trip to Arizona.
If anyone needs me, I will not be on vacation.
We will have a mini-sode coming out, just like a cute little fun and flirty mini-sode. So,
little baby.
Don't forget code Find Your Balls. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and review. And if you do that and screenshot it and send it to us, we will send you a discount code back. And we have new Built by Byron merch out
as well. If you're going to the Grand, you will be seeing these. They're beautiful.
They're so cute.
They're like a little windbreaker baby action.
Yeah, it's cropped
Cuteness. Love it. Well, I hope you have the bestest week ever. And like we said, a little baby mini-sode, so you don't forget about us next week. And then back to scheduled programming.
Yeah, we have a guest coming on in 2 weeks, so
get ready.
Get ready.
With that, have a freaking week, y'all. Carly is running. Bow, bow, bow.